Hi families, this is another parent video. I want to talk to you about math. If you feel like your child has been doing really well in math, you guys have been getting through that easily, then this video is not for you unless you want to listen to just some additional helpful tips and tools. However, if math has been taking a lot of your time, you seem to be walking your student through every step of the problem, or they leave after finishing an exit ticket and really not understanding what they did, then this video is for you. I want to create some structures so that we can work together during this distance learning to help our students the best that we can. First, I don't want you to be fearful of them getting behind or, that there's going to be serious damage done. Let's just agree to let go of panic and fear, because that's going to make us less effective teachers and caretakers for our kids. And it's going to cause us to want to put pressure on them to get everything, to understand everything. And kids can feel that pressure even if we're not saying it, but it's in the back of our head. So no matter what, I'm going to help you, our school's going to help you, the community is going to help, our kids are going to be okay. So now that we've established that, here are some guidelines that I've thought of to help with math and things that I think will help you to be better prepared for our math huddles this week. When you're working with your child, I've created some discussion prompts for you. So things to talk to your child about before, during, and after a math video. You don't always have to talk before, during, and after, but as you see naturally, I just have some prompts that you can use. So some things to get them ready for the video. Then as they're watching, maybe they have some questions, or you can see they're getting lost, pausing it and using some of the prompts to check for their understanding, or maybe even after the video discussing what they understood from it if they had questions. You can always go back and watch a video more than one time. I encourage that, especially if students seem to be struggling a little bit, to rewatch a lesson. With that being said, I want you to have a very strict math time. You can give yourself a little wiggle room, so if they need to rewatch a video or something like that, so maybe make it a bigger time frame than what I put on your schedule. But I would tell them every day we do math from this time to this time. We're never going to go over that time. And establish that trust with them about math time, and having it at the same time is really going to give them that consistency, that school-like feel of, all right, I'm being a mathematician right now. Then setting a timer so they know that you're serious about your commitment. And so no matter what happens, when that timer goes off, wrapping up the discussion. Now you might be saying, well, Mrs. Burns, what if we didn't finish the exit ticket or they didn't understand? I'm glad you asked. I really want to discuss this point. If they're not getting something, you're using the discussion prompts, you're guiding their thinking. You're not just telling them the answer or writing it for them. You're trying to help them with their thinking, and they're not getting it. Number one, that's normal. And number two, that's okay. So what I want you to do, if that happens, is to circle the question on their exit ticket. Leave whatever work you guys have. If they didn't have anything written down, it's fine. And then say, okay, we are out of time. We're going to move on because this seems to be a tricky problem for us right now. And we're going to talk to Mrs. Burns about this during our math huddle on Thursday. So I don't want us to forget our question before Thursday. So let's write down what our question is. And so you should have had enough conversation to where you've dwindled down what is the issue. Oh, I don't know how to add 2-digit numbers. I don't know how to estimate a measurement. Whatever the thing is, and you can help them, give them language and say, is this what you're having trouble with? Write the question down next to it. When you take a picture every day of your child's exit ticket, they are still going to get their math points because that is math work. Math is not getting the right answer every time. Math is about thinking and problem solving. So it's okay if I see the picture in one question, 2 questions are blank, there's a lot of scribble scrabble. As long as you circle it and write their question, that's going to help me. They're going to get their points, but also I can prepare to help them on Thursday. When Thursday comes, they can bring their exit tickets, and I would suggest having a math folder, labeling it math, and keeping their exit tickets, their questions, any work, your math prompts, all in that folder. So when it's time for math huddle, they can take out that folder and they know the question, and you can say, oh, remember our questions, and maybe even remind them before math huddle starts, so that way when we get on Zoom, I'm ready because I've been seeing the types of questions that they had, and they're ready because they've been working through it, they wrote it down, and we can work through it together. This way, you don't feel that all the pressure is on you to know all the answers to help them. I really am leaning on you guys to create structure and support for them because I can't. So as long as you can help me with that by having specific times, using the prompts that I'm giving you, creating math discussion, and just giving them exposure to the content, that is all that I ask. And of course, I understand with everything going on, there's going to be good days and bad days. There might be days you don't get to all that, and that is okay. But as long as I've given you tools, then I feel better. And then once you create that, they might still have questions or not get it, and we can all take a deep breath. That's why I want to create a space for math huddle. I'm going to change it to once a week on Thursday, so that way you've had Monday through Thursday to work through math, and then we can talk about any of the exit tickets from that week on Thursday. Okay, so I just wanted to give a little more direction of how to help your child with math, and how I can support, and maybe how we can use this math distance learning model to work together and see if we get a little bit better results. For those of you who might be feeling like your child is struggling, or you're having to walk them through everything step by step. Okay, and this is outside of their online programs. The online programs is going to give them personalized practice time right where they're at. So that takes even less work from you and I, because it's right where they're at. It's engaging on an online platform. So all I'm pretty much referring to is the worksheets that they're doing, the problems, and the videos that they're watching. Okay, and as always, if you guys have any questions or concern, feel free to let me know. I am here for you, and we are in this together.